Hey guys, it's Rose with Roselikescrochet. How is everybody doing? It is Thursday, September 4th, 2025 when you're seeing this video. And I am coming on here with the first yarn yakking video for September. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's September. Anywho, for those of you who are new here, my name is Rose. I like to crochet. I like yarn a lot. You'll see that in this video. And I make stitch markers along with other handmade items. You can find those in my Etsy shop. It is linked down below in the description box if you would like to favorite the shop and favorite a few items. So yarn yakking videos are me talking about if I have any happy mail, which I don't, but that's okay. What else? If I've been yarn shopping, and yes, I have. And if I have any finished objects, and I am going to show you finished objects today that I have pre-recorded. So I do not talk about whips because I don't want to be held accountable. And I know you guys would be totally on my case if I said I was going to finish something and I never showed it to you. So I only show finished objects. Normally we will talk about random acts of crochet kindness as well as generous crafters. And I will tell you that I have so many packages for the generous crafters that will be a separate video. So look for that in a couple days. I'm hoping to record it the same time I'm recording this, and then hopefully I can upload it in the next couple days. So stay tuned for that. Before we do all that stuff, we'll do admin stuff. There is a Facebook group for this YouTube podcast. You probably, if you are on Facebook, want to go join the Facebook group. There is going to be something brewing over there. It either went up yesterday or it's going to go up today. So go on over there and check it out. You have to answer 3 questions to join. They're easy. Just go ahead and answer those questions. So keep your eyes peeled. So what is today, the 4th? Yeah, so it'll probably be up there today. Let's see what else. You can follow me on Instagram at Roselikescrochet. Feel free to tag me in any giveaways that you find over there. And that is attached to a Facebook business page. The exciting thing that's happening will not be on the Facebook business page. It will be in the Facebook group. So the group where you have to answer the questions. If you can follow me on the Facebook business page too, that would be great. Other than the Etsy shop, that's it. There's a Roselikescrochet merchandise in my spring shop, and all the links are down below in the description box. So go and check them out. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about, talk about random acts of crochet kindness. So this is just a little contest that I'm having the entire year, so January through December. And this is where I pick an item out of a bag, and you guys may or may not participate. It's totally up to you. It's extremely voluntary. And I'll pick an item, a random item out of the bag, and that is our random act of crochet kindness for the month. So you can make as many or as little as you want. You can make other items if you want, but my contest is all you have to do is send me an email with a photograph of said items, and just tell me how many you made and where you left them. And then at the end of the month, I use a random number picker, and it picks a number because I write you guys all down on a piece of paper, and it picks a winner. And that winner just gets a little ball of yarn, a stitch marker, and some stickers. It's just really small because random acts of crochet kindness really don't take up a whole lot of yarn. So we're going to talk about that first, and then we're going to go into just a little tiny bit about the generous crafter. So let's work on these random acts of crochet kindness. There is a Facebook group for random acts of crochet kindness, and I'm in there, but I'm not affiliated with them. And the link for them is down below also if you guys want to go and check it out. Okay, so this was the item of the month for August. It was a star. And I just went through all my emails, and I had 18 people that wanted to participate for the month of August and sent me photographs of their stars. And then I am going to show you like all their pictures. I have my iPad here, so I'm going to show you all the pictures and tell you where they left them. And then I already used the random number picker, so I already know who the winner is, but we'll tell you that when we're done with this. And then we're going to pick a new item for September. So stay tuned. Okay, so the first email that I received was from Laura, and she says, here are 3 stars for the month. I'm going to be sending you to give to the generous crafters to give out. And she sent out the box last week, and I got the box, and I saw the stars, and I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. So the stars that she sent were the ones from the email, and she put them in little plastic bags, and those were donated to the generous crafters. So in case you missed it, there is, let me see, I wonder if you can see that. There you go. You can kind of see that. So there are the 3 stars that Laura made, and she did include those in her box. The next person is Valerie, and she said she's going to be placing these stars in her local doctor's offices. She said she was able to make 3 stars. She used peaches and cream in the colorway red. She used the 3-minute star pattern by the Diving Duck Crochet. And this is Valerie H. And I'm going to try not to show everyone else's name on here. Let's see if I can do it this way and then show you. Yeah, I think, oh, hold on. There we go. I don't want, like the way my email is, I don't want everyone's last name to be shown. So anyway, there are her 3 stars. So those are beautiful. Thank you, Valerie. The next person who sent me an email was Karen. And she says she's not sure yet. She'll leave them at the library or attach them to a hat. And let me see here if I can get this one to go up without showing last names. There you go. So those are Karen's stars. And then we have Mary, and she says, even though both videos were titled Crochet Star, I think the 2 6-pointed ones look more like snowflakes. Probably going to leave them at the park or the library. And I don't know why it's not letting me like just click on the picture. Oh, here, it'll let me make it bigger. Okay, so I'm gonna try and not show people's addresses or names. So there are her stars. Those are so pretty. Even the ones that look like snowflakes, they're very, very pretty. So those are from Mary. The next person is that sent me an email is Sue. She goes by Suzanne, and she said she made these 3 and will leave them at the local library. And there you go. Those are her stars with her tags there. And then let's get to the next one. We've got Kay, and she said, I have tried a couple of patterns. These will go with me to the doctor and the grocery store. I may make more, but trying to get some projects done. Have a great weekend. And here are her stars. I know you could see like the reflection. I don't know the better way to do this. You guys, if I try to insert pictures, you can't see the whole picture. So it doesn't work for me. The next email I got is from Cheryl, and she says, I made 12 stars, have not put them out yet, but will soon. My daughter is going to take some to work. The pattern is from Bee Hooked Crochet, and she made quite a few. Look at all those. Wow, those are so cool. Now, I did make some stars too. I only made 5 though, and I think I showed those like at the beginning of the month. The next email I got was from Vicki, and she said, here are 9 stars that I'm going to put around at stores and at the laundromat. And she already had them bagged, and those little notes say, take me home. That is so cute. I love those. Thank you, Vicki. The next email was from Paula. She said she made crochet star coasters. She made 5 and left them at the airport. So here is, oh gosh, okay, someone help me figure out a better way to do this. There's 3 out of the 5 from Paula. And I think this is my Paula. I could be wrong, but there's no like name on here, last name. The next email I got is from Julianne. She said she made 10 stars and left them at the library and the grocery store. And here are Julie's. Oh, they're sparkly too, you guys. So there are Julie's stars. Julianne, sorry. There you go. And then the next one is from Carrie. And she said, here's my entry for this month's Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. I had such fun making these stars. Used acrylic scraps and a pattern from Jada and Stitches. Her pattern was for making garland or bunting, so I added the loop for hanging. These will be dropped off at stores, the library, post office, and a restaurant I plan to go to. Thanks for all you do to make the world a better place. Well, you guys are actually the ones making the world a better place, so thank you so much. Okay, so we're gonna do this one here. So those are Carrie's. They're so adorable. And I left the ends on mine and tied them in a loop too. So we were on the same page there. The next email is from Tammy. She said she made 12, one with a bonus point on the star. She'll be leaving them at upcoming doctor's appointments and the library. So this is the first picture. They're so pretty. And then this is the next picture. I love them. They're and they were so easy to make. At least I thought they were. Okay, the next one is from Judy, and she's from Witch Piece Craft. She says, my picture for Random Acts of Crochet Kindness for August, 4 stars made with scrap glitter yarn and lightly stuffed. Adapted pattern from Hooked by Robin's tutorial. She distributed them around her local shopping center during her weekly food shop. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. And you guys, Judy has a channel here on YouTube. I will link her down below. So there's Judy at Witch Piece Craft. She's so super talented. You guys have to go and check her out. Okay, we have a couple more. We have Joan says she made 4 stars. She made them in red, white, and blue for Labor Day. She left 2 at the VFW hall, 1 at the grocery store, and 1 at the post office. The pattern I used was called Crochet Star Free Pattern. Website is beautifulcrochetstuff.com. She used 4-ply. I love this yarn and a size H hook. Found it on Pinterest. Can't wait to see what you pick out of the bag for September. From Joan. So there are her stars right there. Very patriotic. Awesome. You guys are so much fun. The next one is from Cherie, and she said, well, she sent me an email and she didn't include the picture, so she had to send me another email with the picture. She said, these are the stars I started making. I'm going to make them into bookmarks and send them to the generous crafters. Let's see here. And then I sent her an email back and I said, I don't see a photo. So she sent me a photo. So there you go, Cherie. They're so cute. There were some that I really did not enjoy making. like angels, I didn't really enjoy making those. Then we have Litza from Coco's Crochet. She is also here on YouTube. I will link her down below. She says, please find attached my stars. I'll be leaving these and all the other Random Acts of Crochet Kindness projects out on September 11th for Are You OK Day at our school. Looking forward to September's pick. Hopefully I can add that to the basket. And then here is her picture. Let's see. And I think she might have shown these also on her channel, but there are Litza's stars. They're so cute. Those could probably double as flowers too. And then we have an email from Anne-Marie in Denmark. You guys, we are doing this all over the world. How fun. She said, spent a lot of time home this month due to a concussion. Oh my gosh, Anne-Marie. The doctor says no horse or sport activities, but okay to do small crochet projects. So I kind of made a lot of stars, 26 in total, made with Hobby Cotton 8-4. And the bigger ones are made with Hobie Baby Snuggle yarn. Thank you for doing this and therefore being part of me not going crazy at home with no horses, television, or phone. Sorry for the spelling, but remember I hit my head on a horse. Oh, Anne-Marie, I'm so sorry. I hope the horse apologized to you. So there are some of her stars. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. And I hope you feel better. Look at this one with the winky face. Look at that. Oh my gosh. They are just beautiful. And I hope you feel better and heal quickly. The last one is from Lynn Penguin's Creations, and I will link her down below also. She also has a YouTube channel here, and she put her stars in our Facebook group, so you could see them there too. She says, I may have gotten carried away with this month's Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. 52 stars completed. Just a little carried away. I also made 20 mini heart RAOCKs, which I took to my niece's wedding last weekend. The stars still need blocking, and I can't wait to get them bagged and dropped off in my community. So this is from Lynn Penguin, and I will link her down below also. You guys, thank you so much for participating in Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. You know, it's not, it's just like a really small little contest. And I mean, the winnings aren't anything that exciting, but for me, it's exciting to make these little projects and leave them places. And hopefully whoever picks them up, like it puts a smile on their face, and that's all it is. And it's the items are so small, really all you need to use is scrap yarns. Anywho, I use the random number picker, And it picked the number 3, which on my list from the emails was Karen. So Karen, if you're watching this, please send me an email and give me your mailing address, and I will get out your random act of crochet kindness gift for August. Okay, so now there are not many little sheets in here left, you guys, because we only have September, October. We only have 4 more items to do. So I only have 4 more pieces of paper in this little bag, and we are going to pick a random item here out of the bag. And I think this one might have 2. There we go. Okay, so 1 item. So we're going to see what this is. Are you guys ready? This is for September, okay? Oh, it's a smiley ball. I don't know what that is. Okay, so there could possibly be a playlist. If you look through my channel and you look at my playlist, there could possibly be a playlist for random acts of crochet kindness. And there is probably a smiley ball in that playlist. If not, type in smiley ball crochet and see what you can find. I have no idea, you guys. I obviously wrote all these things out in 2024, getting ready for 2025. So I have no idea like exactly what that is. I'm assuming it's a ball and you put a smiley face on it. I could be wrong. So you guys, this is the item for September. So make your smiley balls. I'm going to see what I can find. And then maybe in the next yarn yakking video, I will show you if I was able to find any smiley balls. Yeah, so that is the item for September. I'm going to write that on there before I forget. So Karen, you were the winner for August, so please send me an email. And that is going to be it for random acts of crochet kindness, because I don't think I can top smiley ball. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to generous crafters. Like I said, I'm not going to open up any donations in this video because I have too many and it would just take too long. But I do want to talk about, in case someone does not watch that video, I want to talk about what we're doing for the generous crafters, because we only have 2 more months, guys, for this. Okay, so the Generous Crafters is a group and they donate to many, many different places. There is a blog linked down below in the description box for the Generous Crafters that you can go and check out. And we are collecting specific items every month. However, aside from the very last month, they're not really particular on when you send things in. It would be easier if we didn't have stragglers, and that's why I picked 1 or 2 items for the month. But say, for example, this is the month of September, and you still have your loveys that you need to send in for August, you can just go ahead and send those in. So I'm just going to start with September and October because that's all we have left. For September, they are looking for hats, scarves, mittens, and ear warmers. They don't have to be sets. If you don't want them to be, you can just send as many hats as you want, as many scarves as you want, as many mittens as you want. Totally up to you. That is for September. For October, they're looking for blankets. And so that would be kids ages 2 to 12 or adult size blankets. So nothing that is like a preemie blanket. Look up what a size would be for a child size blanket, and that's what they're looking for. And feel free, if you cannot send a blanket, the other 2 items that we are collecting through the end of October are 6-inch granny squares. So if you want to just make granny squares and send those, as long as they're 6 inches, they will put those together and make blankets. And the other item that you can send in anytime is a prayer square, and this of course is September, October. Prayer squares look like that. If it is knit or crochet, it is 3x4. If it is sewn, you can make it 3x4 or 3x3. The patterns, I believe, for these are in the blog. You can make this without the cross on it, and they will print out the prayers and make it non-denominational if you send just solid squares. So these are through the end of October, and the 6-inch granny squares are through the end of October. Now, I am going to say that when I was at their last meeting, they were hoping that there would be no stragglers after the end of October. So if you could please, if you are thinking of sending anything in October, make sure that it is delivered before the end of October. Like, I really can't have stragglers after that because they don't want stragglers after that. So the only other thing that I want to talk about with Generous Crafters, because I'm going to do a separate video on that, is I know that the item of the month for this month is hats, scarves, ear warmers, mittens. I also have a good friend here on YouTube, KK Crochet. I will link them down below. And they are doing something called Bumblebee Mountain Outreach. And they are collecting just hats. So I would like to throw out there that if you have a plethora of hats, instead of sending them to me, because they have a very lofty goal, and I don't have a number goal right now, if you could please consider sending them some of the hats that you have, that would be great. And I will link them down below. I want you to go and check them out. I think their goal is 2,025 hats. So please go and check out KK and Kristen over there. I will link them down below. Of course, would be ecstatic if you guys wanted to send hats, scarves, mittens, and ear warmers here to Chicago, because we get ridiculously cold. But please consider them as well if you have anything extra. Okay, so keep an eye out in the next couple days. You'll see me in the same outfit. Hopefully I can get that uploaded to YouTube in the next couple days. And you can watch all of the beautiful donations be revealed. Okay, so that's it for Generous Crafters and Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. So now what I want to talk about is I had a craft fair last Sunday. It was Labor Day weekend here in the United States, and I had a craft fair. Now, the previous weekend, I had a 3-day craft fair, and I sold so much stuff that I was really worried about this past Sunday. I did really well again this past Sunday and sold out of quite a few things just because I had no time to make anything. I will tell you that I sold out of cats at that 3-day festival, Loaf Cats. And the entire week in between that 3-day festival and the one on Sunday, I was working on more Loaf Cats. And I was able to make about, I don't know, I think 10 Loaf Cats. Almost all of those sold. So I did film them before I packed them up in my car. But I'm going to tell you what I sold at this festival. Now, I did this festival last year, and there were way more vendors last year. It was in like an area behind where it's like a carnival type thing with food and entertainment and music and all that other stuff. And the craft vendors were like in a grassy area behind where all the food was. And it wasn't even half full. There was no one else selling crochet there. I was the only person selling crochet. So I did very, very well. So I'm going to tell you what I sold. And just like I talk about with all my other craft fairs, if you are considering doing a craft fair or something like a vendor show, I highly, highly recommend that you find some way to accept credit cards or tap to pay or something. I would say that I made more money on credit card sales than I did in cash. At the 3-day craft fair 2 weeks ago, I actually had people Zelle me, which was even better because, well, not as good as cash, but there was no fees or anything that I had to pay. Anyway, I'm just going to tell you what I sold. And I have another craft fair, a 2-day craft fair in like 2 weeks. And I have a feeling I'm just going to be behind for the rest of the year, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the list of loveys that I sold. Now, loveys are stuffed animals. You'll see them in the Generous Crafters video. I also have the tutorial from Zelda NRJ3 linked down below in all my videos. Her tutorial is what I use. But I will tell you that I sold a ton of loveys. And at the 3-day craft fair, I did not sell hardly any loveys. So this is just another kind of piece of advice, is that you never know what you're going to sell. Some things could sell well at one fair and not so well at another fair. It's basically a crapshoot anywhere you go, especially if there's other crocheters there, then you really have a limited chance, right? Okay, so I made 2 Spider-Man loveys, which I didn't even get a chance to show you guys, and they both sold. I sold a Mario from Mario and Luigi. I sold a little T-Rex dinosaur that I thought was so cute, and all of my friends, Paula, Philip, and Carolyn, thought this was a really ugly doll. And it had like a sparkly face, and it was pink, and I made a pink blanket with like silver like faux fur, not even faux fur, but like the tinsel-y looking stuff, and someone bought it. I was so excited. I really liked it, but I brought my Halloween loveys, which I haven't been bringing most of the summer, but I figured it was September. So I brought my Halloween loveys. So I sold 2 of the Halloween loveys there. One was like a bat and one was a cat. I sold a Minnie Mouse lovey, a Groot lovey, a Mickey Mouse lovey, and I had a Darth Vader lovey, and I sold him too. So it was a good day for loveys. I also sold 4 scrunchies, 4 towels with the towel rings, with the crocheted towel rings. I sold 5 bees, 3 stingrays, 7 frogs, leggy frogs, 2 emotional support pickles, 7 loaf cats, 1 bucket hat, 2 pigs. So I'm sold out of pigs. I have no more pigs. 2 chickens, 4 octos, 2 water bottle holders. I have hardly any of those left. 2 chapstick holders, 2 Damn It dolls. I have 1 Damn It doll left, you guys. That's it. 1 jellyfish, 1 F-bomb, and 1 chill pill. So I'm going to tell you that it was a very, very successful day for me at this craft fair. So 2 in a row, very good. I'm not going to try and jinx anything because there's always a chance that the next one will be a flop, and that is okay. So, all right, we're going to go straight into purchases. So I did order a couple of things from Amazon. I ordered some safety eyes, and I don't know what I was making, but I was like, I need some of these smaller safety eyes. Was I making chicken? I don't know what I was making. I was making something, and I don't have a whole lot of these smaller safety eyes. Let me see if I can tell you like the size on these. And these are just on Amazon, you guys. This one is 12 millimeter. It's 140 pieces, and there's like blue, green, yellow, black, and clear in there. So I'll show you that. So I ordered that one. And then I ordered one that was just all black. This is also 12 millimeter safety eyes. It doesn't say how many, but they're just all black in there. And I'd have to go back and look and see what I was making. I have no idea. Maybe corn. I think corn takes this size eyes. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't remember. Anyway, I bought those off of Amazon. I also have like a drying rack that I use for my jellyfish and my market bags, and it's cracking. So I did order a new one of those, but I haven't put it together yet. It's still in the box over here. So I'm probably not going to put it together until before the next craft fair. So that's what I got on Amazon. I also got some tent weights. So let me tell you, let's go straight to the yarn. Okay, guys. So the yarn that I just bought at Michael's. Okay, so I showed you guys in the last Yarn Yakking video that I bought some smash cakes at Michael's, and oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I got an email that there was a 40% off one item at Michael's, and so I went out the other day. When was this? Let me see if it has a date on it. This was on September 1st. So was that Monday? I think that was Monday. And, because I posted it in my Facebook group. So there was a picture that I took. I'm going to see if I can insert it here, not as I'm talking, because I can't do that on this phone. Basically, they look like Bernat blanket yarn. So I actually bought 2 of them because all yarn was buy one, get one half off, and I had a $10 reward. That's why I went into the store. I didn't even get to use the 40% off coupon because all the yarn was on sale, and now that's expired. Anywho, so these were originally, let me see here, $8.99. I thought they were $9.99, but I guess they're showing up here as $8.99. So it was buy one, get one half off. And then I had that $10 coupon. So, you know, I'm going to see if I have a picture, I'll insert the picture of like all the colors. I'll insert that right here. Okay, so hopefully there was a picture there. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, anyway, this is what the yarn is. It is loops and threads, and it is called demi pearl. So they had so many pretty colors, you guys. Now they also had the Bernat blanket yarn there, but they don't have a really good selection of Bernat blanket yarn at Michael's. So maybe this is their way of making up for their crappy selection of Bernat blanket yarn. Anyway, so let me tell you about this. So I only bought two because I want to try it out before I go and get more colors. So it says demi pearl polyester. It's only 152 yards, 8.8 ounces, 139 meters, 250 grams. So only 152 yards. That's 50 yards, 50 plus yards less than Bernat blanket, and it was $8.99. Okay, so let me see what else I can tell you about this. The color on this one is called Rose Violet. Now this is odd because all of their other loops and threads, their new packaging, the color would be like right here, and the color is right there, but when they started their new packaging, they would not put a color by the UPC code. So if you are looking for the name of the color on your Michael's loops and threads yarn, it is most likely like right up here. So let's see what else I can tell you about this. Okay, so it's a number 6 super bulky. Again, this color is called Rose Violet. They recommend 6.5 millimeter knitting needles and crochet hook. 100% polyester, machine wash cold, do not bleach, dry flat, do not iron. It's okay, we're making stuffies with them, right? Distributed by, I don't know who, somewhere in Texas, and it says it is made in Vietnam. So this one is called Rose Violet. And then I got another pink one called Cashmere Rose. And you guys, I need to make pigs. So these are going to be little piggies. And then if I decide I like them, then I will possibly buy some more if there's a better sale. I do not like buy one, get one half off, but I really wanted to try them. And I'm going to leave them on the table because I have a huge order from Yarnspirations that I'm going to show you. And I would say 90% of that order is blanket yarn. So I ordered it. It was free shipping. I believe it was shipped from Canada. And I opened up the boxes. There was no like packing slip. So I'm going to keep my iPad here so that I can tell you what the prices were. But they gave like 2 huge boxes because I did order a lot of yarn. And then they sent another small box and it had 1 ball of blanket yarn in it. But the box was like this big. I don't know what they're thinking. All right, so hang on. I'm going to go get all that yarn. Hang on. Okay, you guys, this is just 1 box. I can't fit it all on the table at the same time. Okay, so I really only bought yarn if it was on sale clearance prices. Okay, so I have my order here and I'm going to show you that I got 2 of this baby blanket. And this one is Dino Dot. And let me see, the Dino Dot was, oh no, it's not in here. See, oh, view entire message. That would help if I could like view the entire email, right? I am having technical difficulties here. Okay, Dino Dot was $6.75. Now, I know that's not like, you know, Joann clearance prices, but $6.75 is at least half off the regular price, right? And they don't sell these at Michael's and they don't sell these at Walmart, and there's nowhere else for me to get these. So I got 2 of those for $6.75. And then they also had, I love these little dotty ones, you guys. This one is called Blue Jean Dot. Now, this is all 220 yards, okay? So this one was also $6.75. So I did pick up 2 of these guys. And then while we're on the topic of these dotty ones, this one is called Primary Dot. And these were also $6.75 each. So basically like 2 for the price of 1, right? And then the last dotty one I got is called, let me see here, Pixie Dot. So that is the purple one with all these little specks. And this one, these were also $6.75 each. So 220 yards, $6.75 each. Okay, so then the other one, this is just one box, you guys. This is called Lotus. This is Bernat blanket, and the color is called Lotus. And this one was also $6.75. And now remember, I'm thinking about pigs, right? So I got one of those. This one is called Bernat Blanket Speckle. And the color on this one is called Squall. And it's blue. It's bluer than that. And it was $6.75. It's definitely bluer than what it's coming out on my screen. It's like, I don't know how to explain it because it's got this speckle on it, so it's hard to see it. But it's a very nice blue, so $6.75. Then I found these 2 Bernat blanket phasings. So this particular one is called Crimson. And let's see if it says, this one was also on clearance for $6 or on sale for $6.75. And then of course, you guys know I got purple. This one is called Dark Orchid. And this one was also $6.75. And that's it for one box. Let me get the other one, hang on. All right, you guys, so I have the second box and then that one poor lonely box. All was in that a huge box was this one ball of yarn. Anyway, all right, we need to talk about packaging. And it looks like I'm missing a ball, so I'm gonna have to send an email to Yarnspirations. Okay, so they had these Red Heart Super Saver Ogos on clearance. It does say clearance on there for $2.50. So $2.50. These are, and they specifically said clearance, these are 236 yards, 5 ounces. It's a 4-weight, 100% acrylic. This one is called Wood Grain, and it's got all those browns in it. Love it. This one, whoops, is called Pink and Gold. And it's got all of those colors in there. I'm thinking of using these for loveys, you guys. And then this one is called Nautical. And it's got these shades in it. So $2.50 each for those. Okay, so then we got some Bernat blanket in these little balls. The color on this one is called Vanilla. These are 3.5 ounce balls and they only have 72 yards. These were on clearance for $3 each. So I got 2 of those. And then they also had this blue one on clearance called Baby Blue. And those were also, oh, these were $2 each, or $3 each. $3 each on these. So I picked up 2 of those. And then, you guys, they had Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. Where's that? Here it is. I love this ombre yarn. I mean, it feels like a little bit, I don't know, it feels kind of weird, you guys. It's not soft. I'm going to tell you that. It's not soft. I have 2 of these. This was on clearance for, let's see here, $5 for each one. And this was like a new shade that I had found in Joann's before they closed. So it's called Light Blue and it's Super Saver Ombre. And I have kind of a small obsession with the Super Saver Ombre. Just a small, I have a very big collection of them. They also had just a regular Super Saver in Petal Pink, and this was on clearance for $2.50. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Okay, so I think that's all the stuff that's not blanket yarn. So now we're gonna go back to the blanket yarn. All right, this particular one that I'm holding, this is a Bernat Blanket Confetti which is very olivey green. It's called Camo Confetti. This was on clearance for $5.40. You guys, that could be chickens, that could be cats. I don't think this is a good pickle color, but that's what I'm planning on doing with that one. I will tell you for a fact, I got 3 of this color. This is called Malachite. And I got 3 because this is what I'm going to use for my corn. So these were on sale for $6.75 each. And this is what I'm going to use for the husk of the corn. And I will need to be better prepared for next year with the amount of corn that I make. Okay, so we are almost done here. I also got, let's see, where is the rest of this? Bernat baby blanket in chick bunnies for $6.75. Now that is actually going to be a good color for chickens, even cats. So one of those. And then I got one of this one called Pitter Patter. And I'm thinking, this was also $6.75. I'm thinking this could even be an octo because it's bright and pretty. That's what I'm thinking. I also got this one, which was in a pour box by itself. This is called Pebble Dot. And this was also $6.75. So I only got one of those. I'm actually using this right now to make loaf cats, and it looks pretty cool. So that's good. And then the very last one that I got, you guys, is this Bernat blanket, and the color is Surf. And listen, I have a ton of blue blanket yarn, but I don't think I have this color, so I had to have it. Also $6.75. So there's only one item that is missing from my order, and I will send Yarnspirations an email. But here's where I want to show you the similarities between, this might even be thicker than the Bernat blanket. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know. This is going to be way better, I think, than the Sweet Snuggles Light. I'm looking forward to using this Loops and Threads yarn for sure. Okay, so that's all the shopping that I did, you guys. And now that I'm looking at how long this video is, I'm thinking I might insert a video clip of something other than what I was thinking of inserting. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to actually insert the clip of the cats that I made and put into my bag. Was it last Friday or Saturday or something? I don't know. The craft fair was Sunday. So I might have done the video on Sunday morning before I packed up my car. So I'm going to just show you more loaf cats. And I am making more loaf cats now, but I'm going to insert the clip of all the loaf cats that I made last week. And now I think I only have like 2 or 3 loaf cats left. So anyway, here is the clip. Hey guys, Rose from the past, coming on here to show you some loaf cats that I've been making for my craft fair. So today is actually the Sunday of Labor Day weekend, and I have a craft fair in a couple of hours. And I had a craft fair last weekend, and I completely sold out of all of my loaf cats. So this is all that I have been able to make since last Sunday. Yes, this is it, and hopefully this will be enough to get me through today, and then I can make some more. Anyway, I'm going to show you the loaf cats, and and this is my Roselikescrochet shirt. I have 3 shirts now that I wear when I am not at the same time, but when I go to craft fairs, I like to have my logo and my name on a shirt that I'm wearing so people can see. Anywho, the tutorial that I use is here on YouTube, and it's just called The Loaf Cat, and it's by False Bubbles. That tutorial is always linked down below in my description box, so you can go and check it out. I believe she uses blanket yarn as well, but I start mine a little bit differently than she does. And I always use blanket yarn with a 7mm hook for 99.9% of the amigurumi that I make. So I'm going to show you the cats that I was able to get done this weekend or this past week. The first set of cats I'm going to show you, I pulled out this Yarn Bee Cozy Traditions, and the color is called Crystal Orchid. And this is the same specs as regular Bernat blanket yarn, 220 yards, and it's a 6, super bulky. And I don't think I can get another cat out of this, but I am going to take this and probably make a Damn It doll out of it, because my Damn It dolls seem to be selling okay lately. I don't know if they still will, but I don't know. Maybe I could get another cat out of this, but I ran out of time. So anyway, I don't think they make this anymore. The color on this one is called, oh, Crystal Orchid. I already said that. So I'll show you the cats. Here is one of them. It was really hard to see the face on this because the color is so dark. But I started using these animal noses, and these animal noses, I did not purchase them. Well, these tiny ones right here. My good friend Kathy, who had sent me a bunch of stuff, sent me a little box with safety eyes and safety noses, and these were in that box. So Kathy, if you're watching, thank you so much. So I was able to get 3 Loaf cats, and I gave them all the pink eyes because it's so hard to see their faces. So I might think twice about using such dark yarn again. Although I know that I have had requests for black Loaf cats with green eyes, and that will be fine because I'll make the whiskers white or some other color that you can see, and I'll have green eyes. Anyway, these guys all have black eyes and pink noses, so I was able to get 3 of those done. The next ball of yarn that I used is this Bernat Baby Blanket Stripes. And the color on this one is called Coral Bells. And these are the colors that are in there, and it comes in a cake form. And the yarn that I had left is this white part of it. And this is perfect because I will use this for the wings on my bumblebees. So I'm not mad about that being left over. So I will show you the cats. I believe they went in this order. I think. I don't remember what order because I pulled from the center. So here is one of them. Again, there's one of those little noses. And that's how the yarn came out of the ball. I didn't color, I didn't try and do anything with the colors. This is just how it came out of the cake. So there is one. And then this was, I believe, the second one. So it started with the white, and then it went into this peachy color, and then back to the darker color. And then the last one was this one, the darker color, back to this light peach, and then this color, and then the way you make the tail. The end was actually the white, but that's how it got sewn on here. So these guys all have, well, 2 of them have brown noses and one has a little black nose. And I did the whiskers a little bit differently on all of them, but those are the 3 cats that I was able to get out of this cake of Bernat Blanket Stripes. Okay, the last Bernat blanket that I was able to use is this Bernat blanket, and it is, it looks like it had a clearance tag on it from Joann Fabrics from who knows how long ago. The color is called Smooth Sailing, and it is blue, pink, and white in there. So I have this guy right here, and his tail is a little, I don't know. The tails always come out wonky for me, but whatever, it's fine. So there's that one. And then there is that one. I gave these 2 pink noses. And then the last one also has a pink nose. And so I was able to get 3 Loaf cats, and I had that much left. So I will use this scrap either for frogs or Damn It dolls. So there's that. And then the last 2, I was able to find, or someone was able to get these Loops and Threads Fluffy Flex. These were clearanced out at Michael's for $5 each. I had 1 ball in yellow and 1 ball in green. And these have less yardage than Bernat Blanket. These have 126 yards. So I was able to get 2 Loaf cats out of each of these balls, and this was what was left over from each one. So I'll show you these guys here. I got 2 of those, And this was a bigger nose that I got when Joann Fabrics was closing down. So you can see the difference in the noses. This one is much bigger. This one is smaller. And I don't know, I like them. They look like birthday cake because of the speckles. So there's two there. And then here are the green ones. And one of them, again, has a big nose and one has a brown nose. And I did the whiskers just a little bit differently on these guys. So I was able to get 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I was able to get 13 loaf cats done this week. Hopefully this will be enough to carry me through today. And then I can make some more in the next week or two so I can have enough inventory. So that is it. Let me know what you think of the loaf cats. Hopefully a few of them will sell today, and then I can take a breath and work on some other stuff and then keep making more loaf cats. So let me know what you think, and let me know if you use a different pattern. I prefer this pattern. I'm used to it. I have it memorized, so I probably won't use a different loaf cat pattern, but let me know what you think of the kitty cats. All right, that's it. I'm gonna head off and pack these in my car and be off to the craft fair. So I'll return you back to the current day, Rose. Take care, bye. All right, guys, so let me know what you think about the cats. More cats, there's more cats coming. I'm not going to insert any more clips because the video is too long. I will tell you to go and check out the Facebook page. Should be up there today as you're watching this. The Facebook group, go and check it out. And you may or may not need to do something in order to get something. I'm just saying. Yeah, so let me know what you think about the loaf cats, the more loaf cats, all the blanket yarn. I love blanket yarn. I love all yarn, seriously. Look for the Generous Crafters video, hopefully in the next couple of days. I'll see when YouTube will let me upload it. So, all right, that's it. Oh, I do want to say that this Saturday, is it the 6th? The 6th, if you are in Wisconsin and you are going to Wolf Fest, I don't know any details about it. I'm not driving. I'm going with Paula, Philip, and Carolyn, and someone else is driving, so I haven't even looked up the address to see where it's at or how long it takes to get there. But if you are going to be at Wolf Fest in Wisconsin, whatever that is, I don't know where it's at or details. Send me an email and let me know, and hopefully I can meet up with you. Okay, that's all I have. I'm going to go and film all of the Generous Crafters, so come back in a couple days and check out that video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.